We started working with Jim a couple years ago, and what U.S. Soccer does for referees is train them very, very well in the foundational elements of almost the scientific parts of officiating. The rules, the mechanics, the procedures. What U.S. Soccer does not do a good job of is teaching this stuff, how to handle the adversity of the day-to-day job that refereeing requires of all of us. Through this process of mental toughness, and it's just been a fantastic addition to our training, and I think certainly our 6,000 referees in Washington have all benefited from it. It's been a great training tool for us.
It was a tremendous help for them. We then had some more session, or a true session. And one of the coaches, I'll say they brought 6 coaches. One of them came back, it was a Tuesday to a Wednesday, and he implemented some of Jim's things on Tuesday night and said that he came back Wednesday super excited that it was already a difference in one night what he did with these kids. It starts at the top. This thing is much bigger. What Jim does is much bigger than soccer. It takes these kids, it helps with their schoolwork, helps with their attitude at home. We've seen parents that have come in and just noticed a huge difference. So a lot of our clubs, and I think there's a couple out here that have taken it and implemented it, and put it into some of their actual training and got a lot of their coaches into it. So I highly recommend this.
For me, it's really about the players and their experiences, and you want them to have success. But obviously, anybody that's working in college athletics is in a business, and the business is to have success for the programs, for the university. It helps with everything, right? It helps with fundraising. It gets people involved. It helps with the community, the attitude, the culture. When I first met Jim, it was through Dan Guerrero, who is now the athletic director at UCLA, hired me, and he introduced me. And immediately I knew there was something about this guy that would help my program, our players. And so when I came over last year, we had a pretty good year at UC Irvine. When I came over to Fullerton, I introduced him to a few people, and the athletic directors and a lot of the coaches said, "Who is this guy? I just met this guy. Who is this guy?" I talked to my team about him. I said, "I'm going to introduce you to somebody." And it took a few weeks. We got Jim in, and we started talking about the culture, how we're going to change things. And I mean, everything was changed. The 5 inches between the ears, not only the mental toughness, dealing with adversity, not accepting just being a Division I player. I think Jim helped us with the first week. All the players are texting me, the student athletes are texting me for Jim's number, and we started that dialogue. And from there, the team went from kind of a really poor start to doing something that they hadn't done in many, many years. So it's a huge part of the development of not only the person. I've seen better grades, I've seen better attendance, I've seen better attitudes, I've seen dealing with adversity with referees is through the roof. It's really helped our student athletes.